Good day, everyone. I am here today to continue the report on Sustainable Development Goal number 7, Affordable and Clean Energy. So my report will comprise of 4 parts. So here are they. First, let's start with Part 1. Role of the public and private school sectors in ensuring the development of low-carbon energy solutions. As schools often lie at the center of local communities, they can raise awareness of low-carbon practices and technologies with pupils and to the wider community of parents and carers, community groups, and businesses. Educating people from an early age about how our actions influence the environment is a vital element in promoting responsible behavior. So, here are the roles of the public and private school sectors in ensuring the development of low-carbon energy solutions. 1. Get pupils involved.
Tap into their concern for the environment and their natural enthusiasm for change. Sustainability is on the curriculum, so use this to involve pupils in practical projects around the school. Some schools have enlisted pupils to read energy meters, monitor and report energy consumption, and set targets for reducing this consumption to great effect.
2. Encourage active travel.
Local authorities need to make roads safer and more attractive for walking and cycling. But the raising of awareness with staff and pupils and the provision of cycle racks and showers can also make a difference.
3. Source local food.
Support your local economy, reduce freight emissions, and increase pupils' connection with the source of their food.
4. Push for zero carbon new buildings.
If your school is lucky enough to be part of Building Schools for the Future or the Primary Capital Program, challenge suppliers to deliver the most sustainably designed building possible and look forward to lower running costs.
5. Cut the carbon out of school trips.
For many schools, overseas trips remain a dream. But if you were thinking of offering pupils exciting travel opportunities, work out the carbon impact first. School visits in the UK and by train in Europe can provide diverse experiences for pupils, while links to schools further away can be forged by post, email, and video conferencing where facilities permit.
6. Schools can educate and empower the next generation about sustainable resource management and low-carbon living.
Using the facilities themselves for hands-on learning, and with a pivotal role in the development of local communities, schools can influence carbon footprints well beyond their physical boundaries.
So here we are in the part 2. Peak oil production and energy security dependence on non-renewable energies like oil. For decades, citizens and policymakers alike have feared that the world would soon run out of oil. The concern that energy security would diminish as volumes of available oil shrank has motivated a number of defense and security policy decisions and has perpetuated perceptions of over-reliance in major producers such as Saudi Arabia and Libya. And yet today, we are awash in oil and global production continues to rise. Part 3. Bringing technologies and technology for a cleaner use of fossil fuels. Fossil fuel power plants have as much of a role to play in carbon reduction as renewables. What are the most promising technologies for improving fossil fuel efficiency? 1. Carbon capture and storage.
Carbon capture and storage with the potential to reduce plant CO2 emissions by up to 90%. Is one of the most promising and most publicized technology in the international push to increase efficiency and reduce emissions.
2. Integrated gasification combined cycle.
Integrated gasification combined cycle is another leading technology that is considered too expensive to encourage widespread investment from industry. Despite the cost, the demonstrated benefits are undeniable.
3. Continuous emission monitors.
CEM systems generally operate by extracting and diluting flue gas samples before being funneled to a gas analysis system to be tested for pollutants.
4. Selective catalytic reduction.
Many fossil fuel power stations have invested in selective catalytic reduction systems to reduce emissions of nitrogen oxide, which contribute to global warming and acid rain, as well as hampering plant growth and damaging crops.
So we are now here at the part 4. So our part 4 is the gender issues related to energy production, supply, and usage.
Energy is essential to nearly all aspects of our lives, but it means different things to different people. In the developed world, energy can mean petrol to run cars, electricity for lights and computers. In a developing world, it can mean survival, being able to boil water to avoid disease. Millions of people, mostly women and children, spend many hours a day collecting fuel for heating and cooking. How are gender and energy related?
1. Women bear the brunt of the invisible human energy crisis, reflected in the time and effort they spend pumping water or using inefficient energy sources for agriculture and transport. Number 2. Women have less access than men to land and credit and to the information needed to take advantage of opportunities to improve their access to energy and generate income from micro enterprises. 3. Women and men handle and experience of energy differently, either through their traditional roles or newly emerging roles and outside the home.